What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. How's everybody doing out there today? I didn't give really the guys a topic for tonight because the world is like falling apart. So we're just gonna talk about the fuck shit that just keeps coming down the pipeline because it's just a constant slew of shit rolling down the way. Yeah. So without further ado, from the deep dark tundras of motherfucking we don't even know if we United States anymore, so I can't even say the 51st state. Maybe a new province of China, a new trash can for India, who knows? Dino the genetic motherfucking marvel. I try to get you in it. Why ain't they showing Dino?
I don't know. There you go.
There you go. And then in the middle there, we're looking like a mob guy on the toilet. Local comedian Dan Davey Smith. You do center up on your camera, man. You look like you're on the shitter.
I'm trying to get like you're not broadcasting on your page. I was trying to hit it where that way I could share it to my page.
It should be broadcast. There should be a button at the top of yours that says share to your thing. Anyways,
it won't let me.
That's
it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, probably.
Oh, but mine's shared. Like I'm looking at mine. It says it's right there. It's running. Supposedly.
Whatever. Fuck them.
Supposedly.
So, Dino, do you recall? I would say maybe a year or two back, maybe a little bit longer. We did a story on some moron who was filing lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings over the name Boneless Wings. Remember, he demanded to call them Nuggies.
Yeah.
So that has been going on in the courts. I had no clue. Today, I just saw this come across the fucking headlines, dude.
What's the official decision?
No bones about it. Judge allows Buffalo Wild Wings to keep boneless chicken on the menu.
Oh, so dude, he can suck it.
Yeah, so this whole article is just throwing chicken wing puns out there.
Awesome.
And what the guy is saying is that because they're nuggets made of breast meat and not made of wing meat or deboned wings, he was caused financial harm from misadvertising.
Misrepresentation. Oh,
yeah.
So what you're saying is this fucking idiot decided that he was spending more money on chicken breast, which is actually a better cut of meat to most, instead of paying the cheaper prices for a wing, which is shit meat because you don't have as much.
Yep. So he's functionally retarded and wanted to be validated by everyone else.
So he
Turns out, nope, just retarded.
Yeah. I feel like he was just somebody who was stoned, not on even real weed. I think that was one of them kids from the K2 era. They were smoking that synthetic shit, and he was rocking back and forth, looking at his nuggies, and was like, "This isn't a wing.
This ain't even fucking nuggies, man."
So dude's got to go to Walmart for underwear. Definitely Walmart, because Kmart ain't around no more.
Hey, don't knock Walmart underwear. Satisfies a need. I don't need fanciness. Okay?
Hey, look, I wear bin store drawers. I don't want to hear it.
I would just kind of,
that is way worse than Walmart underwear. I'm just
yeah. And the bad thing is bin store drawers. At least 50 people fucking finger fucked them underwear before you even thought about picking them out of the bin. And not all of them were women.
At least they could do is spit on it a little bit. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sure a couple of them did.
KY.
No, I don't buy KY at the bin store.
Why?
You don't buy used KY.
I said okay.
Never buy used KY.
What are you talking about?
Never buy used sheets, used underwear, used KY. Those are all good.
I'll see. I buy used sheets. A good fucking bottle of bleach fucking takes care of whatever icks you.
Okay, listen. Within reason, though, there are some where you're like, no, that's somebody died on that. I'm not buying that. Don't.
I bought it because
I'm not supposed to buy the bloodstained shit.
I mean,
peroxide without blood stains. Just saying.
I don't think that's a selling point. I don't know.
No.
Maybe Yeah, maybe I'm too
I'm just
fancy.
saying, the easiest way to get blood stains out of material is peroxide. You pour it on there before you fucking throw it in the wash.
Does that get rid of all the DNA?
It gets rid of the blood stain. That's all I'm saying.
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Anything else feels like I'm implicating myself on
That's
something.
what I'm trying to
not
say.
trying to.
So
No, life hack. Look it up yourself, fuckface.
no. I don't need that in my fucking whatever. What is that called? Your
search bar, your search history.
Yeah, I don't need that in my search history.
Bro,
Does hydrogen peroxide get rid of DNA?
I mean,
so on a more serious note,
all right.
A lot of people are, still up in the air. Obama's in the Epstein files. Obama's not in the Epstein files. What isn't in the Epstein files?
Can I just offer before we get into that? It would be really funny if Obama went on camera and was just like, "I've been Epstein this whole time," and just I think that would be.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for them damn orange man and the kids.
I don't think the kids said anything. Oh yeah.
All right, so I fell down this rabbit hole, looking into something, and I found another interview with another victim.
Oh, that's nice.
With another heinous story.
Oh, God.
And the first one that was mentioned in this story was Barack Obama.
Jesus.
And now, before anybody listening starts getting their panties in a bunch, this was a black woman.
Even better.
Let me know. This was a black, because I know the race card gets, as soon as you say Barack, the race card comes out the back pocket. You say Obama, they got it up in the air like they're playing spades. They're ready to smack you in the forehead with it. Yeah. There's no race card you can pull on this one. Her name is Allie Carter.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to look her up, she has a very horrifying tale to tell. And it is very, I'm going to say it's more believable than Sasha Riley's. And I'm not taking away anything from Sasha Riley's, even though that is a fucking wild story, and very hard to believe. Again, I tend to believe more of a victim than anything else written or said by, I don't give a fuck whose side it is. So I mean, I put Sasha Riley way low on the believability list, but he is still on that list. Just saying. You see the Allie Carter stuff?
No, so I'm just trying to look it up, and so it's Ali Carter.
ALLY.
ALLY. Fancy. Somebody was getting out of the trailer park that way. Ali Carter. What should it go with? Obama.
Justin and Roxanne were told that doctors at M Healthcare Mason Children's
Ali Carter. Oh, ALLY. Sorry, my bad.
Ally.
I don't see it's all coming up as tweets from other people. No articles. The news wouldn't touch this with a fucking 10-foot pole. Let's be honest.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna send you one of the news things.
Even better. Thank you.
Better make it easy.
Hopefully I can open it. I live in a black hole of information, everyone, just so you know. Canada has fallen, and all right, let's see here.
There's a podcast episode from 2024 titled "Girl Alleges She Was Trafficked and Raped by Obama and Biden and Others."
No, she never saw Trump. Also noticed Obama was the boss, as he was called in the Epstein files. Oh man, you're sending me like 6 things. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, blame on Trump overlooking the one who identified. They hid. Yeah, I mean, like, this is what I don't understand, and maybe you guys could fill me in on this. Is that I don't believe that this is how Americans used to do things, right? Like if someone came out and was like, that motherfucker did something, everyone goes, hold on, we should stop and think about this. Whereas right now, like nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
Well,
They're like,
I mean,
unless they said my person, I don't care. Like which
well, honestly, I think the first thing we got to look at is something that we've been discussing here and there on the past few shows. It's the changing of the guard. If you haven't noticed, especially since these files have came out, a lot of old celebrities just dying off. A lot of them. Every day there's a new fucking celebrity. Jesse Jackson, Robert Duvall. I mean, those are just a couple from right there off the top of my head right
What
now.
about the dude from Dawson Creek?
Yeah. A lot of people are just magically just disappearing all
Yeah,
the time.
answer.
So now we go back to what we were talking about. You know, there was the satanic panic, and then everything quieted down for a while, and now everything is popping back up. So in that time frame, did they not groom the new guard? And now the old guard is falling off, and the new guard, being the new guard, is stepping on his dick here and there.
Enough. Good Lord.
I mean, you know, I believe I believe Barack is part of the new guard, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and he's stepping on his dick. A lot of them things are leaking out. I think Hillary Clinton, part of the new guard. You know, Bill Clinton. I don't even think Bill. I think Hillary is the fucking one there. You know, Bill got his shadinesses, but Hillary was the brains behind that shit.
Have you ever seen Exit Eden?
Yeah.
Dana Delaney and Dan Aykroyd. I pictured Bill and Hillary like them at the hedonist at the island. I could just see her running his ass. And
but
like
the fact that, like, I seen somebody, one of the I believe he's a comedian. It might just be a podcast or whatever. But a young black gentleman posted earlier about how, all right, so what if Trump is this monster you guys paint him out to be? What if he is this? You know, most people that we know that are on the right will condemn him. Has said blatantly, if he is that, fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I'm one of them. If he is that, fuck him. But now, let's switch it up. What if Barack Obama is the monster that there is proof that he is? What if he is? Will you switch up on him? Will you turn your back on the Almighty? Will you? Because everybody on the right knows the answer to that. And we see it every fucking day with the deflection. You know, the Barack's not in there, and you're just racist, and he's not in there. And what's the major one as soon as you say Barack's in the files? Well, Trump's in there 30. It went from 3,000 to 5,000 to 6,000 to 40,000 times.
Hey, the Epstein files is just the word Trump over and over and over again. Trump. If
you redact the lines, it's going to say Trump trumped on Trump, that Trumpy Trump. And then Trump went over to Trump, CC Trump, at Trump to Trump over Trump. And then Trump asked for Trump beef jerky Trump.
Is your dance to the Trump?
Oh, do me, baby. Do the Trump.
Do the Trump to Trump.
Do the Trump to Trump.
I like at this point, that's the way no truer statement than like it's easier to fool someone than to prove to them the reveal that they've been fooled. You know,
right.
Because
you know that neither one of you are broadcasting on your page.
It says they're broadcasting on my page.
It's on Marco's page. It might be on Upside Down Studios.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at us right now. I am looking at our faces right now.
Oh, God damn it.
Hello. Hey. I don't know. This is like, can I ask you guys, like, at this point, I'm kind of like, like you're all crazy. Like how do you what the fuck's the point? These people are crazy. Like, you're nuts if you think that it's okay because your guy was named in it, but the other guy was named in it more. Who cares? If your name's in it, get fucked immediately. Just why is that? Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and style that you.
I look Trumpy. Making money. See, the whole world. I hope you're ready for me.
I mean, it's only fair.
So here's a thought. Here's a thought for you guys. You ever see the old movie? I think it was from back in the 70s called The Omega Man, or heard of it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So they redid it. They called it I Am Legend. Will Smith did it. That was supposed to be a remake of The Omega Man. So the whole moral of that movie, for the people who don't know, a little quick thing, it was Charlton Heston. He was the last man on Earth, supposedly, and there was supposedly these vampires or weird mutant people, and he was going against them, and he was trying to live for, get away from them, supposedly. But you find out at the very end, that society has become these people. These people were society. So him in general, he was the oddball. He was the one who was wrong. He was the Omega Man, the I Am Legend. He was the weirdo in the bunch. So what if these people, these societies, these cults, these reptilians or whatever have been there for years. Us as regular people have just gotten to the point where we're enough of a population to be like, hey, this shit is weird. When is this happening? When it's been happening all along, and we were just too stupid to fucking realize it. What if society is this, and we're just opening our eyes to it? We're the wrong ones for thinking they're wrong. And I mean, I'm not condoning any of that shit at all, but it just seems like the more and more we think about it, and the more and more nobody's giving a fuck about it, the more and more like, are we the wrong ones? Just with the little funny painter. How many years does it take for us to fucking get an AI to translate the truth and to find out that we were on the wrong side? That it was the Star Smurfs that were fucking everybody and still continue to?
La 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 la. Boom.
Well, hey, so I don't know. I don't know, Marco. No, it's yeah. At what point, like, there are so few of us now that, like, it's as if we've lost. Now we're the reason why white people. Actually, so white people only make up like 7% of the planet. You know that, right? We are a minority. So
I'm aware.
Yeah,
I want my reparations.
Like this is
you guys will get reparations from us, the Spanish.
Yeah. About time you guys start pulling your weight.
I want mine in gold doubloons.
My lawn looks like shit up here. No.
You get yours in pesos. They say you'll get them all in pesos.
I don't want no pesos, motherfucker. That ain't worth dick.
I mean,
and look at the way society. You get what you pay for.
Lawn service, cut it out.
It's gone. I don't like it. Makes I don't disagree with your logic because the logic is sound. It's the result that I'm having a real problem with, right? Because if we're the anomaly, which is what's looking like, then none of this makes any fucking sense. Then everyone's just lost their fucking mind, right? And now we're just in a waiting game to how long until people just start eating people, right? Like it's.
Well, I remember back.
You're telling me Dahmer was ahead of his time?
Yeah. Or he was, either that or he was exactly with the times, and he just like getting high.
He was unsanctioned.
Yeah.
Hey, Dahmer was an unsanctioned gambling den, and Las Vegas took him out. That's what it is. That's realistically what we're talking about here. is because it's only. Have you guys been watching? There's a new show called Beauty,
No.
and the premise. Did you watch the movie The Substance with Demi Moore? Oh, you got to see her. Hey,
I'm more
Hey,
news
still
and
hot, still
documentaries.
hot as hell. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I've been watching her on what the hell is
Landman?
it? Billy Bob Thornton.
Landman. Yeah. So if you watch The Substance, it's about a treatment, an injection that essentially creates a young you. That's fine. Now, this Beauty is an injection,
not
but
do
it's a sexually transmitted disease, and it makes you gorgeous. But the further away you get from a pure dosage, like people like blow up and shit. Like it gets
So you
pretty.
need to have
it's
like
pretty
orgies
fucking cool.
constantly.
So
So-
now are they fucking foreshadowing Ozempic?
Well, a few things. So this is the weird thing: is the whole idea is essentially you take this treatment, it basically turns you into a cocoon, like a chrysalis, and you come out the most gorgeous version possible for you, right? Even they had a little propaganda where there was a guy going through he was changing into be a woman because he was a gross old fat man. Took the beauty thing and ended up turning into a woman, which you're like, that's not how anything works. But
No. He'd be a miserable, handsome man.
That is every trans's fantasy.
100%. So in turn, though, people who are dangerous and spreading it because they don't even know what the fuck they have are just basically getting killed because it's unsanctioned. The guy who actually runs it, who is Kelso, what's his name? Pretty boy. Who
The other
married Demi
one-
Moore?
The other one that was on the Epstein Island.
Oh, he was at the Diddy parties too.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, yeah. So Ashton Kutcher is the guy in charge.
Imagine that.
He's a billionaire and he keeps on killing people because he's like, no, that person's dangerous. So kill him. Because we didn't give him the dosage, so now he's sexually transmitting this disease and people are dying, right? But the whole thing is like it kind of you know how people are like Hollywood was just saying it out loud and all of us ignored it. It was like, well, it's just a movie, and you're like, apparently not. Soylent Green's a real
why
thing.
We're finding out now that the guys from The Simpsons, they weren't predicting anything. They knew it was happening. They were on the island. They were like a lot of them guys were on the island. Like that shit was, they already talked about that. And then here's another something that just this is the one thing about them files, I guess, that's really bothering me, that does have some real world implications into all our lives. Because we all know some idiot who took the vaccine. It is in them files that Epstein had this obsession with everyone having his DNA, like Genghis Khan. And him and Bill Gates were talking. There was conversations of being able to do this using an RNA, whatever.
RNA.
The COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talks about it. So now you think about that, and you think about the exact day that the that vaccine fucking came out.
mRNA. mRNA. There you go.
mRNA. The same day that vaccine came out was Jeffy's birthday. So now, coincidences? Yeah, but now is a good how many hundreds of thousands of people who are conned into taking this fucking shit? Are you floating around with a piece of Jeffy in you?
I got the first shot after I got COVID the first time. And then I never got another one because I figured, what the fuck? So now you're telling me this dude's in my ass?
He's in somewhere.
I mean, among other things, Dan.
And remember, we were told
I did sit on a Lego.
that it does not affect
I'll
your
do it.
DNA, which is a blatant lie. Everything affects your fucking DNA.
Correct.
So I mean, no, No wonder you've been having a lot of luck with the younger ladies, fucking Dan. That explains it all now.
Nice.
That explains it all now. 20 what? Oh yeah, that explains everything now.
Wait.
Oh man,
29.
this ain't good.
29, 34,
Bingo.
Jail,
32,
jail. You're going to jail. That's what happens.
and 55. That's the last four.
Yeah. And the 55 lasted for what? A day or two?
No, that was the longest one of all of them.
So 3 days.
He
That
needed
was
a nana. He needed a nana for his harem.
That was
Yeah.
Tina. That's the one I should have dated.
Wow, not
Fact.
anymore. You know,
No,
some of
she
those old
knows
chicks.
all
can't
about
handle
it all.
it. I mean,
Your
I'm the
your
fucking-
leg
Look.
and your back couldn't
Yeah.
handle that woman.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
don't out people on here, Dan. Don't do that. Just let
Hey,
him
look,
say his
Look,
funny joke.
Ray's a big girl. She ain't the biggest I've been with, but she's a big girl. And I'm telling you, the back don't handle it very well no more. Just saying.
Why are you guys carrying your ladies around? Just be normal and walk hand in hand. You don't have to carry them anymore. This ain't
Yeah,
medieval
yeah.
times and shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't know why you guys are carrying them around. You have beds. You guys aren't homeless.
Because we're jealous. You can put yours in your pocket. I don't want to hear it.
It's true. I keep her in my
You
hoodie
walk
pocket.
around with your wife like the fucking rich white girls have their little corgi or Pomeranian puppies. They just sit
Basically.
What were you saying earlier about the Lego pocket?
there.
Listen,
I told you that's the real thing.
hey man,
Dino got a wife pouch. That is a
That
literal
sounds-
fanny pack. That is a literal fanny pack right there.
that is not accurate. Let's just say that it's not accurate. Jesus Christ.
Okay, come on, all right, come on, Dino, out of the corner.
You
I'm not backing you in anymore. Come on, let's go. Come on. Marco's got you in the corner. Come on, cut it out.
Yeah, it's
Dino
fine,
is
it's fine.
Dino is the corner. He is the
I am,
corner.
yeah.
He's not in the corner. He is the corner.
Kind of true. I don't know, man. This is a weird, such a weird, like I do my best to stay away from the news just because it's such a fucking shit show right now. But you know that, so New York has gone into all of its rainy day funds and just emptied them all out to cover the shit that they're doing. And they're like, oh yeah. And also we're not just taxing billionaires, we're taxing everybody and their mother up the asshole. Another one, where was it? Illinois? No, Idaho. Their gas bill has quadrupled, and they're like, bro, I can't afford to have my heat on now. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. None of this makes any sense.
No.
Essentially, they're doing everything they possibly can with the mindset that eventually this is going to come crashing down. So I'm going to get whatever I absolutely possibly can in advance, and fuck you. Just, I don't care. Oh, you can't survive? Yeah, it sucks for you.
So here's something else that I've noticed nobody is talking about, or is getting very, very little coverage on. So apparently a big sewage pipeline that runs to the Potomac River bursted, flooded out of town. Now, there was supposedly monies, all kind of government, like state and local monies that were supposed to be taking care of the infrastructure there. Nothing done. Now they're blaming it on Trump, lowering EPA standards and lowering this and lowering that and all this, bullshit. That the reason why these pipes and everything have broken now. The same fucking one of the same states that fucking told Trump that they don't need anything from it, don't want to comply with anything that Trump says, don't want to comply with none of the new laws, but yet you want him to do for you. And it ain't like the people's taxes are going to the federal government. I mean, there's a portion. most of them taxes that these people keep complaining about, that saying we're paying our tax, why didn't get it? They're right. Why isn't the state doing their job? Why isn't the local government doing their job? And why do you think it's okay to pass the buck to a president that didn't even have you in mind? You tell it's like, I hate to quote the Bible, but this ain't word for word. But if you tell God to go fuck himself, he tells you to go fuck yourself. There's no unconditional love. Look in the 10 fucking commandments. Look at anything. If you put any idol before him, if you put anything before him, if you pretty much tell God to go fuck himself without asking for an apology or giving an apology, you are fucked. Yeah. You told Trump to go fuck himself. You are fucked. You said you could do it on your own. Go do it.
Yeah.
Same thing with New York. Same thing with California. You wanted it to burn? Fine. We'll sit back and watch it burn. But now you're pissed off that nobody wants to throw you a cup of water.
I mean, there are some that would probably still piss on them. Just an FYI. Probably wouldn't even charge you.
In Minnesota, it would just be piss sickles. Here's a piss sickle. Just hand somebody a piss sickle and walk away.
I'm reading the article. I'm reading the article about the Potomac River. So it ends up, it's 240 million gallons of sewage have poured into the waterway. It happened January 19th.
Yeah, nobody's saying shit. Now they want to say something because the midterms are coming up.
Yeah. The EPA said in their first statement about the disaster, never should any American family, community, or waterway ever have to experience this level of extensive environmental damage.
You're right. Why aren't you fucking doing something about it?
The EPA, it said, has the quote, the experience and track record to fulfill President Trump's strong desire to get this mess cleaned up as fast as humanly possible. Okay. But the EPA said neither officials in Maryland, where the sewage pipe burst, nor officials in Washington have sought its help.
Imagine that. No, but we're going to just keep blaming Trump. We're just going to keep blaming him.
So Trump posted Tuesday on Truth Social that the spill is not at all handled by the federal government, and that if the governors of Maryland, Virginia, and the D.C. mayor, all three of whom are Democrats, want federal assistance, they will have to ask politely for help.
They would rather fucking piss Simone and say Trump is a bad guy than be like, hey, our people need help. Can you do something here?
So this was something I brought up the other day. I was talking with somebody. He was like, hey, he goes, I grew up under a communist regime. Okay. And I'll tell you, never again. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I don't wish it on anyone. So anyone thinking that this time will be different, they're just retarded. They're just stupid people. And I said, I go, you know what? And he goes, because we were in a situation that we weren't supposed to talk about politics. And I'm like, he goes, I don't want to ask you your stuff, but I go, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't really care. I don't really care what people's beliefs are. Just, hey, do your job and don't steal. Those are two basic, just simple things. Hey, if you work for the EPA, good, handle the environment. You work for XYZ company, good, do that job. Why are you involving yourselves? Oh, I was on Epstein Island. Aren't you a scientist? Oh, yeah, but he had funding. No, man. You're paid to be a scientist. You're not paid to go to an island. How about that? Dumb fucks. I'm a movie star. Were you making movies on Epstein Island? Because if you were, there's a whole other list of problems you're going to have.
Yeah.
No? Good. Why were you there? It's very simple. None of this makes any sense. People just, the whole idea that people don't want to work. No. People are getting paid and aren't working. The people who aren't getting paid and are looking for work are getting fucked over. Yeah, whereas the people who are supposed to be making mad money are just fucking doing nothing.
I mean, even on the lower levels, to all the way down to the local people, that runs true. I was just having this conversation with Ray, how, like the mail isn't running right because of President's Day. But most of these fucking local governments don't like our president. So why are you fucking taking President's Day off? Our trash, which is usually fucked by President's Day, wasn't fucked by President's Day, but our mail was. Fine, whatever. We're used to that. It's always a couple days off when the holiday runs. But then last week I got mail on a Sunday. Mail don't run on Sunday. So I asked the mail carrier, I was like, so we get mail on Sundays now? He says, well, it's all messed up. You can get your mail whenever because people keep not coming to work. That's a mail carrier. That's one of the fucking best jobs you can have around. And they're just not coming to work. They're not going to work. So don't give me this. There's no jobs out there. Trump's lying about all the work. There is plenty of fucking work out there. Ray's fucking place has been hiring for the past 2 months. I've been telling everybody and their mama, and you know, there's maybe a handful of people there, and they treat their fucking employees well, very well.
So weird.
And it's good money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, it's still, you know, it doesn't show as much. They're not blatantly putting it out there as much, but it's still this Obama and Biden era entitlement that people got where we don't have to work. The government is supposed to take care of us, but we don't want a dictator neither.
Like,
When did we get a female president?
Back in when did Obama get elected?
He was.
Oh, you guys heard that? Hey, you guys heard that Kim Jong-un has said that his successor is going to be his daughter?
His daughter? I thought it was his sister.
Nope, his daughter is supposed to be his successor.
Ooh, I bet you his sister kills the
Hey.
daughter.
Oh, she's gonna kill somebody.
Oh, dude,
but
that
hilarious.
sister is fucking. You can see it like that. Her
Oh, she's
sister's straight up
murderous.
ninja. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a straight up ninja.
So she hilariously, people are like, wouldn't it be crazy if North Korea had a female in charge and America didn't? And I'm like, what the fuck are you think? It's North Korea, people. That's not a guideline for anything. The problem is too many people want $30 an hour with a $3 an hour work ethic. Oh,
You are absolutely right, Ralph. You are absolutely right.
I'm of the opinion that I'm an idiot, okay? Because we've discussed how I have a very hard problem looking busy, but I am very good at whatever job I will find the most efficient way possible to get it done as fast as humanly possible, and then it's done. Because once the work's done, I don't have to do it anymore, right?
Working smarter, not harder.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
the way everybody should do.
Right. And but I'm bad at, so I never look busy. That's and people get angry about that. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. They're like, okay, but you look like you're doing nothing. I'm like, yeah, but I am doing stuff and I produce. So what does it matter? But like, I've had people who are like, oh, I had a busy day. I'm like, you send me 96 fucking memes on Instagram. You were not having a busy day. I'll just tell you that right now. Okay. Because, hey, like,
depends on if it had a long poop.
See what?
well, but like I would go to work, my phone goes away, and it comes out on my break or on my lunch, and then after work. But in general, I'm locked down because that's my fucking job, right?
See,
So I don't. It's weird.
what the actual ownership and the managers don't understand is not everybody can do what you do.
No.
That way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure what, if it's the strength or if it's the intelligence. It's in some way, shape, or form, you have something that not everybody else has. So you can do the job twice as fast as everybody has. Now, if you have 3 shifts of somebody doing your same, like 2 other shifts doing your same exact job, but they can't do it the same way you can, they try to make the other 2 do that. Plus,
Yeah, because that is true equality. If that man can do it, then every man can do it.
but that's like, okay. That's like saying
Tony Stark built this in a fucking cave with spare
Hey,
parts.
when I was 19 years old, I could run the 100-meter dash in 10.3.
Yeah, and then God said he's not black, so he took your legs away.
I get it. But what I'm saying is,
He gave you the white man foot or the slave
yeah,
foot.
well, if you want to go with it that way, you can't expect every white man to run 10.3.
Exactly. Jesus took that from you.
Motherfucker.
And you gonna tell me Jesus ain't black?
You ain't trying to understand my logic.
No. But listen, it's realizing that some people can't do certain things and other people can is not unreasonable. And in actuality, makes you a better manager, right?
I understand. No, but then you're trying to force the other 2 to do that work in just as much time. Like,
I get what you're saying, but like, there's certain jobs that you just can't apply that to. Like, if Dino is the best at making a fucking burger and you can't make a burger as fast as Dino, you need to fucking leave. Now, if you're doing brain surgery, something totally different. That's something intricate. We don't expect you to be as good as Dino and fucking with somebody's brain.
I'm sorry.
If you're slapping
just
together
put my hands
in a patty,
if these hands are responsible for brain surgery, you're never going to be the same. I'm just saying. It's not going well.
The connections ain't right in mine anyway.
I bet you Dan's leg would be working right now.
No.
Hey,
You know what?
it would just shoot out every time a kid is close to trip him. Just he's like, my damn leg, it just does that now.
I think. Well, I was relating it to what I did, like auto work.
Yeah.
Like there was certain jobs that I could do, and have like if say the job was a minute, you're supposed to have it done in a minute, and I could get it done in 32 seconds and still carry the parts to the next car and get that car done in 32 seconds. Now I got 56 seconds extra.
Yeah.
To the next car. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I mean,
and I
don't
can't
get me
expect
wrong. I'm
everybody
just
else to be able to do that same thing.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm just poking fun at you because I know exactly what you mean. I mean, like when I worked at the junkyard, it would take somebody like one of the other guys, one of the parts pullers, at least bare minimum an hour plus to remove front struts and bring them up. To go find a good pair of struts on another vehicle, remove them and bring them up. Whereas it took me 15 minutes. Like if it took that, if I was being lazy, it takes me 15 minutes because I just got that good. I knew damn near every make and model of car that was in that yard, where they were at. I knew Fords had certain bolts, Chevys had certain bolts, certain ones had pinch bolts, certain ones are just two. I mean, it was, I could do it with the bare minimum, like a ratchet, a breaker bar, and two different fucking sockets, and I'll have your struts up to you. Depending on. But I mean, in most instances, it was like that. Maybe a hammer, just in case you got a bolt that's stuck. But in other cases, like there's other guys out there who would take hour and a half, sometimes longer. And I've had the boss. Well, fucking Mark could go out there and grab them damn things. Well, I mean, some of us fucking could do it like that. But again, that's in a specialty thing. Just like you're making cars. That's a specialty thing. But now I'm sure there was certain parts on that assembly line where it was just like, all right, you got to put this up here. And if you do it faster, then that next person could just get off your phone, bitch, and put the fucking piece up there.
Yeah, to a degree, right? It's very weird because like I remember a story of a guy who worked at the Chrysler plant when Chrysler still existed up here. And he put in 4 bolts, and they were like, "We want you to put in 6." He's like, "I can't do 6. I'll hurt myself." And they were like, he goes, "I could probably do 5 though. I could probably do 5." And they're like, "Okay." So then they did a work assessment of his whole thing, spend $130,000, and they found out you can do 5, you can't do 6. But he already told you that, which like
they did that shit and the reason why I know I could speak on what Dan's talking about is because my ex used to work at the same place as him, and she bounced around there. And guys, just a little side note: when a woman says everybody in that plant is a whore except her, guess what? She might be the biggest one there. Just saying. Getting back to what I'm saying, she worked on the assembly line, and they did do that. They did have little, they'd send out sheets every once in a while. What do you think could get this done quicker? What do you think? And then they would spend this ungodly amounts of money to be like, for the people on the line, we're like, hey, we said that didn't work. And they're like, we're going to try this anyways. And then it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah,
you just spent like $200,000 to fucking say, to not listen to your workers.
And it's a weird thing where we're in a situation where like you have like it scales in every situation, right? Because I work a cash register at a grocery store. How you check things out, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And you know what? I've seen people be all flary and I'm talking about half my stuff isn't fucking right, and you just threw it. You just threw my eggs, you cocksucker. Would fuck just do your job properly, right? In the same sense, you have government who's like, look, let's be honest. The majority of government is filled with lawyers and retards. Okay. Sometimes those are the same. Sometimes. But they're saying going, we need a new law to govern XYZ thing. Why? Why aren't we just fighting people who are doing the wrong thing? Like, look, your tax code is one of the most complex tax codes in the universe. There are aliens who don't want to move to the United States of America just because the taxes is such a pain in the ass. Okay. But the amount of tax loopholes that you can find, unparalleled. When the fact is, you could just stand there going, okay, well, if you make in Poland, they just marked it down. If a family has 2 kids, they no longer pay income tax. That's it. Or no, I think it's 1 kid, you get 25 off. 2 kids, you get 50% off. 3 kids or more, 0. You're no longer paying income tax.
Are they trying to repopulate?
Well, they're trying to make sure nobody can bully them into fucking bringing in Indian people like everybody else has been fucking doing.
They're trying to repopulate. Right? We're staying white.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't coming in here. No, we got this.
Just like the Lord wanted it.
So Marco wouldn't have been paying income tax since
the government would have been owing me. The government would have owed me 3 times.
At least.
The amount. 12 kids? Yeah. Yeah. Government would have owed me 3 times the amount.
They would have started bringing him virgins. Be like, here, a new one for you, Marco.
Here's an island. Here's an island for you with a weird temple. We're gonna bring all kind of famous people to come hang out with you on this island.
Yeah. Teach them how to fuck, Marco. None of them make children. You will teach them. That makes sense. Hey, at this point, I'm not surprised. It's just
dude. And then just like the parallels now, and here's another thing I'm gonna put out there because a lot of us quote unquote conspiracy theorists have been proven to be right now.
Except flat earthers, they can go fuck themselves. Fucking retards. Nope. Everything else was right. Not that one. You're all retarded. Perfect.
But that's the problem with a lot of these conspiracies, so-called getting validation now. It's allowing a lot of the real whack jobs, the real conspiracy nut jobs, to bleed in and have some legitimacy now. And again, I'm glad he brought up the flat earthers, because I'm seeing a lot of people who are bringing out facts on one thing, but now you done brought out the flat earth map again. And I'm like, dude, no. Just because you were right on this is still wrong. This is still wrong. That's a dartboard, dude. That's a fucking dartboard.
I don't understand the logic behind that at all. Scientifically, it's not even possible.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it's possible for the Earth to be completely flat and still rotate.
No, that's false, Dan.
Well, then I just told you how.
The idea that we're on a manufactured thing. That's the idea, right? So it would be flat. We would have a sun and a moon. All of that is mechanical. We're in a dome, basically. We don't have atmosphere like a normal planet or anything like that. We're basically on a fucking dying ship where everyone's
we're on a movie set, pretty much. That's the idea that most people have when they talk flat earther. Now I have heard a lot. I can make an argument for both sides, because I've listened to a lot of these people and I've done some of the research, and some research is very, we'll say, weird, very odd.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that don't make sense on both sides. If there is any kind of validity, it would be that the Earth isn't so much flat, but it's on like maybe a chunk of another planet or whatever that was exploded or destroyed, and it might have a flat top, but almost like a sliver of a fucking piece of whatever. You know,
Yeah.
and maybe we are on the top of it or on the, you know, somewhere on the side of it or whatever. That maybe, you know, the closest thing if I were to even lean that way. But I mean, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, the biggest piece of evidence these people supposedly had is, well, if we're really spinning at this speed or rate of speed and we're going through Earth, why aren't we flying off? How is gravity that strong? And the easiest way to debunk that is to get a baseball, write your name on it with a marker, and spin it. Why ain't the fucking ink flying off? I mean, dude, I fucked a flat earther up with that. I fucked a flat earther up with that. Something terrible.
What I like to tell them is, you're not holding on with your feet. You probably should, or you will fly off. And they are like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm holding on right now." And they're just like, "What the fuck is happening?" You're it's like, "Yeah."
Your parents never taught you to meditate and hold yourself to the ground?
You hold your toes. That's how you're holding on to the ground. Otherwise, you fly right off. Yeah.
Bruce Willis even tried to show people in Die Hard. You know, you make your knuckles with the fists with your toes.
Hey, secret knowledge was right in your face, and you guys didn't take it. That's not. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Just trust the science, people. Trust the science. I don't know, man. Things are too weird at this point. Where how can every conspiracy theory, everyone, I don't count flat Earth because that's just stupid.
Well,
but like all of them, how is
see,
it
this
possible?
is another thing that I noticed from back in the day, and I learned this from my brother who was a dope head. The easiest place to hide, to lie, to cheat, to steal is right in front. Now, the easiest way to cover your ass is to muddy the waters.
True.
So now, if I'm pulling some fuck shit here, but I throw the other 100 motherfuckers doing fuck shit all over the place, now everybody's doing fuck shit. Now, am I really doing fuck shit?
Mm.
And that goes right back to are we the ones that are wrong in this situation? Are we the oddballs or are they the oddballs?
As a Greek person, I can say I am never wrong. But this a tough one to swallow, bro. It's
Yeah.
I like how Dan's like, "You're not." I'm like, "No, I'm always right." You should
You
know.
know, I feel like there might
there.
have been some truth to something in them Epstein files, and in order for it to cover up whoever it is covering up for, they had to throw everything out there. So
Yeah.
they're not gonna believe this shit if somebody's eating a baby over here. If there's little kid jerky over here and there's pizza over here and somebody's pounding the kid over here, then they're never gonna believe that I stole this billions of dollars or I mouth fucked this princess of Egypt or whatever. You know?
Who?
There's a lot of sultans that are fucking losing their sultanships.
Ooh. Oh wow, that's been happening for a while.
Well, yeah, but I mean that we're in the fucking Jeffy files.
Well, that was just
Really?
they just had princess, duchess, whatever.
Yep, she lost her
Ferguson or whatever.
Her princess.
She was there with her two daughters. Was at the island.
Fergie lost her thing. Hold on.
I don't know. I don't know if it was Fergie. It was. Was it Fergie, Dan?
I just
No, I don't think it
read
was
that.
Fergie. It was one of the princesses.
seen that she was there with her two daughters. They
Yeah.
were at the island. Ferguson, Princess Ferguson, or whatever.
Oh yeah. Which is super fucking dodgy. And her daughters, fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, I bet.
Real weird.
They don't even look like they're the same race.
They're probably not.
They're kind of dopey looking. Let's be honest. You look at me, you're like, oh, you don't know.
Were they? Is it Fergie?
So I'm trying to find it. I don't see anything, but both of the daughters don't look like her. Which
It was just
that's weird.
They both. One of them looks like a fucking alien.
Yeah. She apparently put a hole in what's his face's face with a sword. There we go. Jeffrey Epstein ties. There we go. In March 2011, it was reported that Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender, had helped Ferguson avoid bankruptcy by paying £15,000 to an employee to whom she owed money. The payments were reportedly made after intervention from Andrew, who had a close friendship with Epstein, for which he came under scrutiny in 2019. On March 7th, She admitted getting money from Epstein and called it a gigantic error of judgment. Interesting.
Yes. Yes.
In the
That's
summer of
the question
2011,
earlier.
Finding Sarah aired on the OWN network, and one episode of the U.S. filmed reality series depicted Ferguson meeting with Susie Orman, the internationally known financial advisor, receiving from Orman a strict lecture and practical advice on how to resolve her financial issues. One Alyssa, staff member that said in an unsealed decision that he believed Ferguson visited only once for a short period of time. Interesting. In September 2025, newspaper published emails showing that Ferguson had contacted Epstein in April 2011, despite her public statement on March 2011 that she had severed all ties with him. In the email, she wrote that Epstein was a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend. That's fucked up. Do you guys have any friend that you would refer to as a supreme friend that did not participate in a tribute band for the Supremes or the actual Supremes? Let's be very clear, okay?
And that is Sarah Ferguson, Beatrice, and Eugene Candace. Who's Beatrice and
Eugenie.
Eugene?
Daughters.
Those are the daughters.
Yeah.
And said she must humbly apologize for her early remarks. She humbly apologized to a fucking rapist. Can you imagine that?
Yes.
And a pedo and possibly a baby eater.
Well, I mean, like nobody's talking about the fucking the big to do that Michelle Obama threw for Harvey Weinstein. Well, Whoopi Goldberg right there in the middle, and they're talking about how fucking the Obamas, at knowing damn well what was going on at the Diddy parties, then sent their daughters over there. Not only sent them to the Diddy fucking parties, but sent them to work for Weinstein.
Hey, listen, say what you want. I loved Whoopi Goldberg in the new Predator movie. Okay, she did a great job.
The Badlands? No, they CGI'd her too much. She looked too young in Badlands.
Her jawline was a little messed up, but the hair, the forehead, very nice. So according to her spokesperson, the apology followed what was described as a Hannibal Lecter style phone call in which Epstein threatened to destroy her. Following renewed scrutiny prompted by the email's publication, 7 charities of which Ferguson was patron or ambassador individually announced confirmed that they had ended their association. Oh, so everybody was like, bitch, you're fired. Trump style. In October 2025, leaked emails, his lawyer suggesting that Ferguson had celebrated Epstein's release from jail in 2009 by visiting him in New York. Oh, she fucked him. There, she had taken her young daughter. Oh, they all fucked him. A representative for Ferguson stated that neither she nor her daughters had any recollection of such a visit. That means they got roofied. However, email exchanges between Epstein and his assistant in July 2009 showed that the latter had bought British Airways flights for the Duchess. Total for all tickets, $14,080.10, with another email detailing out a lunch meeting at Epstein's mansion where they served roofie coladas in the same month to which Ferguson intended to be accompanied by her daughters. Another email, she was seeking more than the 15,000 pounds she had previously admitted to taking, as she had asked for 50 or 100,000 US to help get through the small bills that are pushing me over.
So first of all, the crown, I don't give a fuck how low on the crown you are, but the crown should never be fucking low on money or rent. That's odd to me right there. But here's another little oddball to throw in your ear. Since anything can be real now. Since where anything can be real now. Do you think fucking Epstein was a god? And I'm not talking about the god, but a god, a high demon, a god, because most of these stories that I'm learning, that I'm hearing and reading about and stuff. Yeah. Every time somebody goes to visit him, they have to bring children, at least 2. There's always every fucking one. When somebody is meeting with this man, there's always at least 2 children. I mean, there was even an email, I think, was it Bannon or one of them, who messaged her, I got 4 kids with me, and I got another couple who has so many kids with them.
If any man calls me and asks me to bring my 2 children with me, I'm bringing a gun for each other.
They bring them Like it's almost like they're it's offerings. Like back in the medieval days when you want to
Like
speak
I
to the king, you had to fucking, you know, bring a coffer or fucking whatever.
Bring a
Hmm.
9 on or 40 on one
I mean,
hip and
When they
80
used
on the other.
to, if you go into the Babylonian times and stuff like that, when they used to do the Baal fucking worship, every time they went to worship Baal, they brought, you know, they had to sacrifice a child. And basically, it was just a bronze fucking statue that they heated up red hot and they put the baby in there and watched it cook.
yeah.
That's some shit.
But I mean, people think it's odd, but over on the other side of the world, if you look at the fucking Mexicans or Aztecs, the Aztecs, the Mayas, and the Incans, they all had child sacrifice, or
Yeah.
virgin sacrifice, and it was all damn near in the same way. You know, over there it was a bull, over here it was a flying snake.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
So-
and the white folks had the big owl. Was it
mm,
Moloch?
yeah, Moloch. So here's the thing: is there are certain things that I believe have existed for all of time. Other things that you know, is it possible? Sure. Do I believe it? I don't know about that. But the idea that that demon possession is real, I believe that. I've seen some weird shit in my time. And the idea that every time I've heard accounts and or been around stuff, bad guys lose. So realistically, that kind of thing being something that's evident throughout history and scripture and every religious text has that kind of stuff in there. It stands to reason that at some point one of them would win, right?
Right.
And if they could win, then realistically, all of those things seem manageable. Oh, you need money? Gold, jewels, whatever. That's fine. Just at your fingertips, right? Oh, you want to blackmail somebody? That's fine. Just there's always a way, right? So thinking I'm under no circumstances am I going to refer to him as a god. That's for sure. But some sort of demonic entity.
Well, yeah,
I would believe it. Yeah.
We'll say more of a deity. God,
Sort of,
small
Yeah.
G. You know?
Yeah. Hey, something that we would look at and go, I don't know what the fuck this is, right? Yeah, yeah. I think that's
like
more
Star-Lord's
likely.
dad in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, small G.
The devil was an angel at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you look into the books, the devil didn't even exist. You know, and if he did, the deity that they did portray as the devil wasn't a bad guy. He was more of God's prosecuting attorney. He was literally in the book of Job was allowed to walk into the council, which nobody knows who the council was because, you know, God's supposed to be the highest, but he was able to walk into the council and challenge God, pretty much make a bet to fuck Job over. Nobody stopped him. If he was the big bad guy, you would have figured they wouldn't even let him in the border, but he got through the gates. He walked in through the elevator with the rest of the Elohim, who are the Elohim, and you know, we're allowed
So,
to
so the Democrats are in charge then?
Huh?
So the Democrats are in charge then? They let him in. It didn't matter, right?
Like this is
I
where
feel like the golden gates of heaven have been stripped and stolen, and now that's just electroplate. Or somebody just painted yellow. Somebody painted the yellow fucking gate.
So Trump
meth heads went to heaven and took all the catalytic converters. They took all the catalytic converters from heaven and were like, oh yeah, let's.
Yeah, heaven's all electric now. Heaven's all electric from the EPA.
So when Trump dies, he's gonna ascend and build a bigger wall, a better wall.
No, I feel like when Trump dies, you know, hell is gonna have a golden gate, a golden wall. There's gonna be a golden wall over it with a big golden rainbow over it. and nobody from heaven is going to be allowed in, and everybody from heaven is going to call him racist.
I mean, it'd be
You're
funny.
telling
I'd
me
watch
that
it.
the Republicans are all from hell, and the Democrats are all from heaven, is what you're saying, then, right?
I don't
I
think
believe
so.
heaven is
I
going to be
think
shitty. So yeah.
See, I think that as public servants, politicians in general are all going to go to hell, and we, the people, get to fuck with them as a tit for tat. I feel like that's fair.
I think it's just going to be the same thing, just a little bit stricter.
Okay, with that
rules,
logic,
maybe stricter punishments.
with that logic, I call Christine home. I'm
I
just
bet you
saying.
do, you slut.
I mean, 'cause I think, like, because a lot of people have this vision of hell, and I mean, there could be, who knows, that it's this, like, the burning of the flesh and the people in the fucking water lake of fire and constantly, or being submerged in shit, or something like that, the constant torture. See, I think that was because a lot of people had closed minds back then, and there wasn't the technology we have now. I believe hell will be a lot more efficient. It's not going to be burning and being flayed. You're going to have to sit in a cubicle for 12 hours a day at minimum wage, and you're going to have to go back to Earth. That's what the fuck's going to be. It's going to be that, because like, to think right now, like for people to look at some of the things right now that people go through that we think are more efficient or more comfortable. Like, a lot of people spend pretty much most of their lives in a 3 foot by 3 foot, maybe Dino a little bit bigger, 4 foot by 4 foot square with a telephone and a computer. And, that's where they spend 12 to plus hours a day under fake lighting, listening to somebody who they don't like bark at them, being annoyed by the guy in the next fucking thing over that you can't really see, but you can hear them speak through the fucking little wall.
Yeah.
That's prison. No, that's corporate America. So, I mean,
it's prison.
And then a lot of people, what
prison,
was torture in the Bible is now, they got fucking places you can go pay and do that stuff. Somebody wants to whip you for a few hours. Yeah, people like that. Somebody wants to sit and shit and be spanked. Yeah, people like that. So there's places you can get stuff shoved in your butt, by a male or female. This is America. It's like that. So these are a lot of the tortures. The thing where they used to stretch you out with your arms and your legs. You know how much you got to pay a chiropractor to get that done these days?
I know.
I mean,
No.
So
yeah.
what if you become like you got to pay triple taxes? That's your, you get up and all of a sudden FICA just hit triple on your fucking paycheck.
Can you imagine going to hell and they have a tax process? Like, oh, I would just be like, oh, just fucking kill me.
You wake up and you owe child support all over again. Oh, I'll choke a motherfucker. I would choke a motherfucker.
Not even your kids, bro. They'll be like, oh yeah, no, these aren't yours, but we found you responsible. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, it's fair.
All right.
I don't know, man. It's. I'll be honest with you, it's getting too weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, I remember me and one of the other hosts, Scotty. We had one of our first conversations on one of our first shows was about heaven and hell and where do you think you go when you die or whatever, or what is your perception of heaven? And a lot of people think that their heaven is based on them and on what their perception is or whatever. Yeah. And if that's the case, then your heaven is a lie. And he couldn't deal with that because he said his heaven was, when he wakes up, he wants to have, he gave some kind of setting, but the main parts was his wife and his daughters were there, which understandable. That's your heaven though, because what if your wife dies and her heaven is to be in a totally different place with her parents and being a young kid? Now, that person in your heaven is not your person. Your person's heaven is living out her life in a different heaven, in a different place. So now Now
Mm.
what? So
Mm.
just now what? And then there's this whole. I think it was Jared when one of the biggest arguments me and
Yeah.
Aaron's wife got into. It's not your personal heaven. You just become part of heaven, and you have a life of servitude under whoever the Lord and whatever. They used to be big Bible thumpers when they first met me. I fucked that all up, but
No shit. Yeah.
but, I looked at him. I'm like, so you're gonna tell me if I just happen to squeeze into heaven by the skin of my teeth, knowing I don't believe in 90% of this shit, now I'm gonna be forced into servitude over someone I don't believe in?
Right.
That's heaven? No, sounds like hell to me.
Hey, that's not even the description of heaven that's that's not in the Bible. None of that. None of that. Hey, everyone's not going to heaven. Hell doesn't exist. Those two things are in the Bible. Like that's not. It's very foolish.
Yeah, the closest,
but also
the
too,
closest faith is what is it? Armageddon, which is a real place.
no, it's a real event.
Over in the
Not a
litter
pl-
box.
it's a-
Armageddon
not-
is a real place in the litter box.
no, that's.
I think it was that was. It's not a time. It wasn't a battle. It's a place. It's a name.
No,
And that's
no.
where
So-
pretty much it came. Well, at least if I remember correct. Go ahead.
So the whole idea is that when that happens, right? It's supposed to take place. I believe it's Golgotha is where.
No, that's
which
where
is-
Jesus is. That's the mountain that Jesus died
Hey.
on.
Right, which is also covered in shit because people would hang there and shit their pants. Now, but that whole area is sacred for some reason. Whatever, Jews, I don't know. But so Armageddon, it's meant to happen around the Euphrates River, right? So when the Euphrates runs dry, there are angels that are supposed to be released, and so on and so forth, and then it's just a series of events, which basically are kind of happening right now. But the whole point is that so Armageddon happens, okay? Those that go against God are wiped off the earth. The only people remaining are God's servants. Doesn't say who that is, just says God's servants, okay? Their job is to clean the earth of all the dog shit. Then there's the resurrection. Interesting enough, even mentioned in Gangsters of New York when it's all old timey and they're like the resurrection. That's what happens. Mankind doesn't go to heaven. Mankind stays on earth where God intended. And if you fuck him up twice, then you just are gone and like you've never existed. So there's no eternal torment. That is a made up thing by the Catholic Church, which, let's be honest, are propaganda masters. Okay.
Well, now,
And-
if you, I feel like you could damn near take that same story, but the one difference is, what if the place that was descended, the place that the hell is Earth? There's supposed to be these other planes of existence and the other planes of heaven and hell. If you haven't noticed, my email, Astroplane 10, it's supposed to be the last level of hell. There's different levels of existence. So what if, okay, there isn't a hell on Earth because we're bottom floor. There's where there's only other fucking levels up. And then that would kind of, if some people got it in their mind or whatever, that the earth was flat, maybe you're just thinking from that level up there where you're looking down on the earth, but bitch, you ain't on that level. You ain't on, and that level ain't even heaven yet.
Yeah. So there's a ton of theories around that, right? And think about too, like that kind of taps into the idea of reincarnation and everything. So if you do enough good in your life, you would reincarnate up. If you do bad, you would reincarnate down. Right?
Is that the Buddhists or is that the Tibetans?
I
think it's the Tibetans.
I think of them as
Japanese dirty knees. I get it.
Scientifically, either way, you can't destroy energy.
I don't know about that. Look at what they're doing in CERN. That's just something we've learned, that they can't
Well,
destroy energy.
It turned into something else.
That's what we
carbon.
learned.
Yeah, carbon turns into carbon, right? We are carbon based. This is the biggest hoax of all time. Okay, we are carbon based life forms, and we are fighting a war against carbon emissions. That's just people, stupid. Okay, that's the fact of it. And we're like, no, we need less carbon emissions. We are the carbon emissions, morons. That's what people don't understand. But I digress. Yeah, no, there's a lot of theory around that, and I wouldn't mind talking about it if you want. We can always watch a movie about. We can watch Dante's Inferno. It'd be fun, or a Faust movie or something like that. But it explains the whole idea where it's not really like there's this thing too where mankind is stupid and thinks that we're above something. We're not. Right. So you got to kind of bring it down to be like, okay, if we were ants, what would be above us? Right. Like, and think on that principle. And then you kind of realize back, oh, we fucked up this planet because we're stupid, not because of like, we're just idiots. Right. And the people who are in charge are the dumbest of the dumb. And that's just how it's working.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, when all the dolphins, we were trying to warn you. We tried to warn you. So long. Thanks for all the fish. And they just fucking launch off.
Yeah. Which, and like, that's the thing too. And the same explanation, there's a growing talk on the internet that it's not just octopuses that are aliens, but also raccoons. And you're like,
yeah,
why
I've heard that. Oh, that I heard
it is
that.
funny.
Dogs. The little tidbit for people out there. If you want to go that route, there is a whole theory. There's a lot of research, and if you want to call it evidence on this, that discounting the Sumerian text, discounting the Christian Bible or all the holy books, that Earth was actually a zoo. That Earth was a big zoo, and that, you know, that's why humans aren't fit for living under Earth. You know, that's why our backs hurt or we walk this or that. You know, different animals were brought here from different places, just like different people came from different planets or whatever, and they seeded us here. And, you know, the UFOs that come down, the reason why there isn't any contact or very little contact is because they're just feeding the pets. You know, there's water in the plants and feeding the pets and then rolling on their way. So that would mean that, you know, black people and white people and whatever color other people, they might be different in DNA, you know, and that wouldn't be racist to say. And the dogs could be from, you know, the dog fucking star, and cats could be from Lyrian or be Lyrians or whatever the fuck like that. But I mean, because that right there opens up a fucking rabbit hole that's oh my god. But
it's worth looking into just for the simple fact that, you know, the more you don't know, the worse it gets, right? So,
and I'm kind of go ahead.
I was gonna say there are common elements in all theories, and it's the whole idea where you're like, so there aren't dogs in like ancient texts and stuff, but there are wolves, right? That's
they're dog people. There are a lot of dog people across the world, not just in, you know, one part. You know, we got Anubis and shit like that over in the Egyptians. We got werewolves and shit over in the European ways, even Scottish. Down in South America and shit, they got the wolf people and the chupacabras. Some people think are fucking wolves.
And all we got here are gays. Just a bunch of gays going around.
Yeah, Wendigos. Quit it. It's Wendigo. You got Wendigo. So I'm glad Dan brought that up. We're going a little bit long, but I did want to squeeze this in before we end the show. So apparently it's going around a lot in the major news networks. Apparently Trump's going to just come out and say that there's aliens. We got aliens, and we've had contact, and we got alien. All he's just about to say, fuck it, like just like with the Epstein. This is gonna be more of the shit that, like I said, throw it out there, because now that everything is out there, now you get to pick what's real or not, and we ain't gonna tell you what's real. It could all be real. It could all be shit. So, but I mean, if you haven't noticed, especially after the whole Venezuelan thing, Trump has been talking, oh, we got weapons that nobody else knows about. We got these weapons that they're the best weapons. You can't even imagine these weapons and the technology that we got. So he's already been hinting on shit that, we've been taking and using. And it's about
Yeah.
because, there's a lot of fucking war shit and a lot of things that I feel like we had the weaponry and we had the technology to just get it over and done with bare minimum of our casualties, and we just let shit drag on. Like these riots. You know how easy it would be to get rid of these people who are rioting just to send an elf wave or arrow rat out? And don't think that your little earplugs that you bought at Dollar General is gonna stop that shit. It don't. LRADs, just boom. I mean, and Trump just proved that we could do it. It was all, we had to wait for government fucking disclosures and all that shit for them to even admit, our government to admit that we even use that, or that they have, which they did a few years back. But now, I mean, I'm glad that we got somebody in office that's like, fuck it, if we got it, let's use it. Let's see if this motherfucker does.
Yeah. I don't know.
Didn't they just think another 4 or 5 chips for drug running again?
I haven't heard about that. I heard the Ukraine went after another, and I don't think it's the Ukraine, because I mean the Americans gave them a little bit, and we all know the Europeans wasn't dishing out the best of their best to the Ukraine to drop things, and the Ukraine has been taking out a lot of these boats and a lot of these other fucking high level fucking targets in Russia, which makes me think that ain't the Ukraine at all. That's fucking NATO, and that's why Trump is telling NATO to go fuck themselves. Because we're over there trying to negotiate a fucking peace deal while you're shoving fucking missiles up their ass. Yeah, so I can't wait for Trump to be like, fuck it, y'all don't want to fucking play ball. Hey, this ain't none of our business anyways. That's it.
Wow.
And then NATO had the nerve. Did you see? Was it NATO or the UN? Damn near the same thing. Had the nerve to try to fucking pretty much check America for $93 billion or something that we owe in back dues to NATO or the UN or whatever. 155 countries ain't paid shit in I don't know how many years, but the U.S. owes this 93, and they want to know when they're going to start getting payments and how much it's going to be. Bitch, you notice Rubio and none of them have been going to any of the NATO or the UN meetings?
Bro, none of this makes any sense. Why haven't they just eliminated it? Let's be honest. What are they doing? They're not doing anything good there. Okay.
No, they're taking American money and trying to stick their dick where it don't belong. It's bad enough U.S. has been throwing its balls all over the fucking world for centuries, or not centuries, but for decades. I mean, I feel like the UK and Europe was like, well, we got a ball sack too. We can rub it over here. We can rub it over here. And then when America grabs the fucking his sack back, now they got no balls to rub on nothing. I mean, if we said this about PBS and all the other fucking companies that we took federal funding away. If your fucking company depends on this supposed small ass donation from the government to run, if you can't run without that, then you don't deserve to be a company. You don't deserve to be running.
True.
You are literally a government ran entity if you can't run without the government.
All them poor fucking puppets.
Yeah. Elmo says grab him by the pussy.
Somebody has to.
Elmo's the only Trump supporter on Sesame Street.
It's horrible. Anyways.
Bert got shot in the face the other day. He was out at a protest. They deported Maria and Linda.
Oh gosh. We're all gonna die. That's fine. That's fine.
Hey, they're finding out more and more that the count is running things, because he got the big nose.
He's just counting everything.
Oh God.
He counts
We're all
everything.
good.
One little kid on the island. Oh, dude. Here, last thought of the fucking show.
Hit me.
Do you guys play Pokemon Go up there, or do you guys know about the Pokemon Go?
Yes. We
Yeah,
are
that
aware of Pokemon Go.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Especially on the island. Who the fuck put a stop on the fucking island, and who went and got that Pokemon? That's where y'all motherfuckers need to start. That right there, that is blatant. That is right there in your face. Go to that fucking Pokestop. I'm sure somebody got that shit tracked. You got to know, there's an algorithm that has no partisanship. It is just a fucking computer that tracks. Oh, but this person was here. 99 was here. 200 was here. 341 was here. That's the only thing. And that links you to a name and an account. Easiest way to find out who was in that fucking. First of all, I want to know where the stop is, because they just show in the middle of the island. Well, in the middle of the island is that little temple thingy.
That's not 100% true, because you could actually bounce around. I don't know how to do it, but I know some people that have done it. You can go into other.
Are you sticking up for that fuckface?
No, I'm saying that you can move your character and have them sitting in Japan at a Pokestop to get a certain rare Pokemon.
Sure. Why would you do that on the Epstein Island, though?
Exactly. Just like supposedly somebody hacked Jeffrey Epstein's fucking Roblox account. His Roblox took his Roblox account and was pretending to be him and playing Roblox as him with his personal account. Now, supposedly, this person changed his name to that as a joke, but apparently, I don't know because I'm not on Roblox, but apparently, if you change your name, they give you your old name on your thing too. It's the same.
Listen, we all saw the pictures from Tel Aviv. He's not dead. He's running that island still, that dirty prick.
And Ghislaine is right with him. Because have you seen the new videos of her? That's not Ghislaine. That's not her at all.
The one's in jail?
Close. It's kind of close. That woman who testified is not Ghislaine.
I don't like talking about this. I don't like talking about it.
Now there's a young black girl, something Teagues, has the same. I think I mentioned her name the other day. I don't remember what her first name was, but it's something Teagues. As a black girl who's supposedly been running the show since Jeff is gone.
I thought that island was given to whatever the hell her name is.
That island is being well maintained, which doesn't make sense. Has operational, people occupying that, workers in uniforms, because there was a young kid who snuck onto the island. He went in fucking Mission Impossible style on one of them speed rafts, them inflatables. They dumped him off like maybe I forget how many feet away from the fucking beach. He swam onto the beach. He turned his fucking camera on, and he's just running through. He's like, look over there. Look over there. And then finally, like a group of guys who looked like they were just like landscapers, they all seen him, and he's screaming, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. And he runs back to the beach and gets back in the fucking thing. But yeah, he gets like the outside of the fucking the temple or whatever. I mean, he didn't go in and get in depth because he was just, I think his name is Tyler Oliveira, Tyler something or other. He tried to do a fucking Alex Jones, like when he went into the Bohemian Grove. Didn't work out so well. Was not planned out as well.
So he's chased around by a bunch of Mexicans, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. They chased him to the beach. He jumped out like it went down off the grass, and then it was rocky, and he went down the rocks and got in the water. He's like, don't shoot me. Like, I don't even think these guys had guns. I think they're like, kid, why are you still here? They probably wanted to rescue him.
All the kids got free. Why are you still here?
Yeah, did you come out the basement? Did we forget one?
Yeah.
¿Dónde está la nene?
Oh, good
Weird.
Lord.
Is that Consuelo's grandson?
Oh, my God.
Bro.
So yeah, so apparently, Barack let it go a little bit the other day, and then he drew it back about the aliens. But apparently Trump's going to start dropping bees. I think at this point, I think Trump's dropping everything he can, and then he's going to be out. Especially if the midterms don't go the way they're supposed to. If the midterms get fucked, then Trump, they're going to impeach him anyways. We all know that. They're going to find every little fucking thing to impeach him. And, again, I'd be like, all right, I'd drop every fucking dirty file there was. I'm out.
I do have a question, though.
What?
Was Barack Obama in the Epstein files at all?
Yes. But again, now let me be clear. Let me be clear. Let me be clear.
Okay.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good, bro.
He was in the files like Trump was in the files. It's just logistic, different logistics and stuff, and different how he commented on different things that Barack did. Now, Barack Obama's lawyer, I think Caitlin Rumler, was in it a lot and getting a lot of gifts and all kind of shit with Epstein. Now, people are associating that with, since she was a Barack's counsel, she was like the head counsel, whatever the fuck for Barack, that he was doing whatever through her. But again, there's no evidence of that. But what the Epstein files does do, it corroborates what Virginia Giuffre and now what Ali Carter says. So the evidence was there. Virginia was there, but I mean, it's a dead girl's audio in a book. You got to go by that. But now you got an alive girl, an alive black girl, an alive black girl who is a fucking victim and a witness that corroborates not only Virginia's thing, but now we got a lot of crazy shit that's in the files that is corroborating what this girl says. So, for them people who think the Almighty One don't do no wrong, he was knee deep in this fuck shit. Knee deep. And we still waiting on Big Mike, because I'm a firm believer, especially watching their podcast. Michelle Obama, Mike Obama, whatever the fuck you want to call her, I can't even say Miss. Big Mike don't give two fucks about Obama. You can tell she can't stand being around that motherfucker for shit. Yeah. Every fucking show I see them around each other, even that little meme where they're all hugged up for Valentine's Day. Look at that bitch's face. That's the face, the same side eye that Patrick Ewing gives when he about to pass the ball. Same thing. I'm waiting for her to come out and be like, yeah, just like Melinda Gates did to Bill. Yeah, I found out he was pulling some fuck shit. I'm leaving him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
If Michelle Obama wants to be president, boom, right there. Throw Barry under the bus. That'll be the quickest way. The quickest way. That is the only way the Almighty will fall. Just like, I'm waiting for Hillary. Hillary's getting real cushy back up in D.C. Real comfortable back in D.C. You don't think she's going to start spilling beans on Bill?
You know who didn't spill the beans? Lewinsky. Just saying.
Nope. She did. She spilled it all over that dress. She spilled it all over the dress.
She cupped the beans while she was swallowing.
No, she didn't swallow. That's the problem. That's where the whole issue happened.
Bro.
Good girl swallow.
All right. I got to go piss.
All right, guys. Tomorrow there's going to be no mental health tomorrow. Are you going to run with somebody else, or are you just going to skip it tomorrow?
We can skip it tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah, because I got that Puerto Rican show tomorrow night.
Yay!
Yeah, it's ran by a gay guy named Carlos Rivera. And it's a benefit for the rainbow people downtown Youngstown.
Called it.
Yep. Dude, I got nothing for it. I ain't even gonna lie. I got nothing for this. I'm the whitest fucking Hispanic you'll ever fucking meet. Yo, what do I got? Esta noche, Telemundo. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I
Hey,
got.
that's what you open with and be like, all right, that's all the Spanish I know.
Like, I'm not like you guys. I'm legal.
Yeah. I grew up
No,
here.
You don't know.
Just make
Dan,
sure
come
you're
and see
packing.
me. I'm at St. E's because I just got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
At the
Oh, no,
comedy
no.
show.
No, I'll get cut. I'll get cut. There's no shooting. I'll get cut.
Hey,
I
just
don't want
hey,
to
you know
call
what you do is you get on stage, be like, hey, just so you guys know, I heard Ice was in the area, and just see what happens. Be like, I'm just fucking with you, you dirty pig.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Like, it's either I'm gonna wear my Captain America outfit, which is actually Captain Puerto Rico, or the old school Puerto Rican, like the Guayabera, that kind of shirt that has like the little like the kind of designs that go down the front of it.
I would go with Captain Puerto Rico.
Or,
you have an ice
or
tray?
I have an ice shirt.
Do you have an ice
I have
tray or an
an
ice bag?
authentic Border Patrol shirt.
Oh, you can do that. Go grab a beanbag from the dollar from wherever.
I
Drop all
don't
the
want
stuff out of
you-
it.
I want
Go
you
as
to
an ice
be around
bag.
Monday's show, so don't wear the Border Patrol. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. That's
Dude,
Hey, not because I think that some spick is gonna fucking cut you. I think a white woman's gonna run you over. That's
Yeah.
the big.
That
Oh,
might be the
my
problem.
God.
That might be the problem. Some
You know, it's
lesbian's
gonna be
gonna come
some-
at me with her fucking minivan.
Yeah, and she's like, this pink hair doesn't run. Boom, boom. It's just gonna drive over you. That's how
Is that what you're
people
talking
are.
about with my cat having blue hair and becoming
No, that's your joke. You're gonna come out with that one. That fucking joke is awesome.
my lesbian
All right.
cat and dog.
All right, guys, this has been What the Fuck Wednesday.
It has.
Y'all be good to each other. World is going wild. I'm waiting to get me a new book of magic because we're gonna start trying it.
Might as well.
Hey, look, Trump says we have technology to bend space and time. Like, he actually said that in a fucking speech. I mean, fuck.
I don't know. Hey, listen, man. Every time I sit on the toilet, I bend space and time because I'm like, oh shit, I'm already late. It just, I'm too comfortable. So it's fair. I don't doubt it.
All right, guys, be good to each other. We're out.
Later.
Later.